boys and girls, it's me, Mr. J. I hope you all enjoyed our introductory video of funhouse-filled events. Now, I went back and forth on what I should name this segment, and, I just figured, Mr. J Talks About is an appropriate one for now. If you have a great idea for what kind of segment we should have, but I wanted this to more be just I talk about general things. Like, I don't want to be, nailed down like some people who only do Let's Plays or who only review movies. I just want to do whatever the fuck I want. So, anyway, excuse my French, by the way. I will drop an F-bomb from here to there, and if your parents hear you, tell them it wasn't me. So I figured I'd start with a movie that I just saw last night. It was called Logan. It's about this non-DC character who lives in a Marvel world, and it's loosely based off of a comic book series called Old Man Logan. Now, when I first heard about this movie being produced, or in production, I was very scared and skeptical because I had heard about how great Old Man Logan, the comic book was. And so, I did some research on it, and I didn't read any of it, but there's a really cool guy named Comics Historian or something like that. I will definitely put a link to his channel down below. He has really good in-depth detailed videos, and he did a great piece all about Old Man Logan, and I got so enveloped in it that I watched every single video dealing with Old Man Logan. And so I wondered to myself, how the hell are they going to make a movie out of a comic book series where, Logan slash AKA the Wolverine slash Weapon X and whatever other names he goes by, goes to another Earth and does all this shit. And then I was like, well, if certain people I know review the movie and say it's good, then maybe I'll go see it myself. And so, I waited, and Jeremy Jans reviewed it, and, he said it was awesome-tacular. Another person that I follow on a blog reviewed it and said it was good. But, yeah, and so I decided to go see it with, my much better half. And so we went, and the first thing I want to do is talk about the things that I liked about the movie. It had a very good monolithic tone of, yeah, this is rated R, because Deadpool was such a success as rated R, and it was good. Lots of death. Wolverine does what he does best. That's my best Wolverine voice. I'm sorry, I can't do it. And it was good. Like, the action was well paced. There didn't feel like there was any, flaws in that. But the problem that I had was there was a lot of waking up for Logan. Like, there was like 4 or 5 different scenes where he would be waking up. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I guess that's a thing. And, like, I don't know why they have to keep zooming in on his face when he wakes up, but, whatever. So, I really liked Hugh Jackman, obviously, as Logan. Patrick Stewart was amazing, reprising his role as, Wheels, hashtag Weapon X's caretaker, now the person he's in charge of caretaking, Professor Xavier. But the breakout star for me was Daphne Keane as Laura. She was absolutely amazing. Like, she did such a good job playing X-23 slash Laura that I legitimately thought I was looking at a small girl-child version of, Wolverine. Like, she had the sneers, she had the smug looks, she had the roars and the berserker growls. It was great. I loved it. But that brings me to the next part of this, review. What I didn't like about the movie. Now, in order for me to talk about what I didn't like about the movie, there's a bit of a spoiler. So, I don't quite know how to put this into perspective. So I'll tell you, I'll do this. If you don't care about the spoiler, then I will gladly tell you about what I'm about to tell you about why I didn't like the movie. But if you haven't seen it yet, which I highly recommend you go see, then I'm going to tell you, even with the part I didn't like about the movie, it's still a 10 out of 10. I really loved the entire movie. I loved the way that it played out. It was really good. And it's worth seeing in theaters. 10 out of 10 C4 explosives. But now for the spoiler part. I'm going to give you 5 seconds, and then I'm going to do a nice big laugh, and then we're going to talk about it. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so the part I did not like about this movie was how X-24 was just so easily killed. And the reason I say this is because even though X-Men Wolverine Origins was a very shitty movie, they tried to emphasize that Logan could not be killed by shooting him in the brain even with an adamantium bullet. That all it was gonna do was wipe his memory. But in Logan the movie, when Laura pulls out that, what was it, like a little 38 special? I don't know what the revolver is. If you know what it was, please comment below. And she busts a cap in X-24's head, and it blows off a whole side of his skull, killing him. To me, that was bullshit. I did not like how, even though Wolverine Origins had this really bullshit thing, they made a big emphasis in Logan that an adamantium bullet would kill Logan. And then when you have this, cloned X-24 version of Logan who gets blasted in the brain and is fine. Oh, no, and dies. Sorry, is not fine. And dies because a chunk of his adamantium comes out. I call bullshit on that. And it really pissed me off. But other than that, I think this movie is fantastic. I don't really have a term of, what kind of thing I could give it. But I'll come up with something. I'll tell you what. I give it 4.5 out of 5 laughs. It was really good. It's a great movie. It's a great popcorn/drink movie. You will get a bit of the tear jerking because things happen, and it's a very good send off for Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart's characters in the movie. Oh, so total rant here. On a side note, during a huge, pivotal, emotional part of the movie, towards the very end, the Grand Theater in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, I'm calling you out. If you ever see this review, fuck you. Because towards the end, when some emotional shit is going down, what the fuck does some jackass worker do? They turn the fucking lights back on. And it takes away from the entire aesthetic of the atmosphere that the movie has going. So thanks a lot, the Grand 18 in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I really hate you right now. And if I had my way, I'd strap an entire cart full of C4 and just shove it into your lobby when nobody was working there. I mean, I wouldn't want to kill people. I just want to blow up the building. And until my next whatever the hell I plan to do video, toodaloo! Yep. How do you turn this off? We'll turn it off. I don't... This button? Okay. All right, right there? All right.